Jan Phillips, here to discuss the group dynamics involved in Group C. We had used critical thinking, problem solving, and conflict management skills to work together. We learned quickly after losing one of our members. We started out with 6, and Tammy had dropped very quickly into week 1 due to some confusion, which also led to an unsatisfactory grade for all the remainder of us. Therefore, we tried something different going into week 2. We decided to have just one place where we would communicate, therefore getting rid of some of the confusion. We were texting, group text. We had some phone calls going back and forth. The group texting, though, had significant outcomes that were not satisfactory because of the confusion. Some people didn't see who the text was coming from. We went forward with great interest because we needed to collaborate and get our information and assignments understood and submitted correctly. After week 2, at the end of week 2, we had Sarah, who had presented as the leader, submit her final before the rest of the group. And several of us were not completely satisfactory with the result. So we ended up in week 2 not as strong as we had hoped. So then week 3, we decided to come together and create, I came out with a kind of a timeline of what should be expected in each week from each person, at what day of the week, and even the time. We were all East Coast, which was very advantageous to our group. So that entails the group coming together in week 3, which had led us to a better result in week 3, although week 3 didn't really require much group work, and we were relieved of that, which led us to group work in week 4. Week 4, we went forward and decided to, again, collaborate, which was great, but then we lost Sarah in week 4. So week 5 and 6 gave us 4 members, and that inspired us and kind of gave us a breath of fresh air. We knew by the end of week 4, if not sooner than that, what our strengths and weaknesses were. And I think that's very important. I'm an initiator. I like to get things done quickly so that I don't have to be overly concerned. Most people aren't like that. Most people do procrastinate. So I think that kind of helps the group in the fact that they see that I'm getting what I need to get done, and they can move forward if they need to add to my work. So I usually initiate, plan, organize, pretty much have been the leader throughout the 6 weeks. I did sit back in week 2 to give others a chance, because with the feedback, I was told that I was a little controlling. So I took week 2 to see how our group would respond to that challenge. So be it. We realized that I was best at the leader role. Very fortunate to have Robert, because he was extremely educated on the technology. And Denise was a positive motivator. Some of us would, throughout the 6 weeks, got a little frustrated, confused, and she helped us stay together as a team and kept the open communication, which is very crucial in group dynamics. So they're appreciated. And then Tricia has been extremely helpful in getting resources, credible resources for the projects and research that we've had assigned to us. Our group has used several modes of communication. As I mentioned before, the text messages, which led to confusion. As a group text, again, it's not ideal. So then Robert and I started to text each other, and Trish and I texted each other. Denise and I never texted, never phone called, but she's very quick on the discussion board. So knowing that, I was flexible, as she was, and others, to respond where it was easiest for her. The other point I'd like to make is that with critical thinking in our group led to some creativity, especially after the first couple of weeks where we were able to come up with different technology such as login, Yahoo Messenger, the discussion board, the file exchange, phone calls, and again the text messages were sent individually, usually by Robert, myself, or Trish and myself, and that was very, very helpful. I was able to take some time off, unfortunately, due to some sun poisoning, where I was not able to walk, so it enabled me to help the group. I was very satisfied with the outcome of that week because I gave more time than I normally would be able to because I'd missed work due to the sun poisoning. In conclusion, it's clear how effective group dynamics is significant in reaching the goals that Group C had encountered. Again, by week 4, we were down to 4 members, and our confidence was at a peak. The inspiration gave us a new beginning. We felt the breath of fresh air. Group C had addressed several conflicts that we were able to manage with effective communication. When we collaborated, which is ideal in coming together, we ended up with a better result than compromising or avoiding, which is not what we had hoped for. So we really did well. We had a hard time, but I think we came out overall better than we had seen in the beginning. And several studies show that the face-to-face groups are more innovative. They come up with better ideas, according to the small groups communication. And I'm pleased with the process, learning with group dynamics and the method in which we ultimately performed. So I wanted to thank you, all of you, for everything that has been contributed to the last 6 weeks, and good luck to everybody. Thank you.